guys, Vikitoni reactions here. Take a look at this Reddit post with me, shall we? So, am I the a-hole for abandoning my family because my daughter protected my wife's affair? Okay, I will keep this as short as possible, but basically, I'm a 43 male. I got my childhood sweetheart, 43F, female, pregnant, and had my daughter, 25 female. She was considered a miracle child because the pregnancy was that difficult for my wife that she was never able to have kids again, which sucked. But it worked out perfectly in the end. My daughter was incredible. Now, 2023 comes. My wife cheated on me with a friend of hers, which I discovered by signing into her Facebook. Invasion of privacy. I know, but curiosity struck. And I'm saying this out of pure hatred, but he was an ugly B word. But he had one thing: money. I immediately called my daughter and persuaded her to come to our house as it was urgent, and she was quite nervous, which was quite strange. But now looking back, I'm assuming my wife found out I knew about the affair somehow, some way, and told her. She arrives at our house and I confronted my wife, and she didn't deny anything. Heartless, in fact. And she scolded me for having no affection, lacking intimacy, and to be honest, she was right. But I was trying to achieve our goal, early retirement. My daughter could have kept quiet, but she scolded my wife for cheating and called her a W word. And she isn't wrong. It caused my wife to expose her. My wife stated that she's had an affair since the pandemic ended, and my daughter discovered and partner gave her lots of money to keep her quiet. She tried apologizing, but it was not enough. I was heartbroken. My daughter meant everything to me and my wife, and they destroyed me. So I just left my house, waited for nightfall, ignored every phone call from my daughter, and came back, packed up my clothes, and left. I expected my wife to be home, but she went out, probably to be with the affair partner. Woo, this is a big one. You're definitely not the a-hole. The whole cheating space is not a space to be in, to be honest. I know there are some people out there that still decide to forgive their cheating partners. I'm not among them, and I don't see them as foolish, to be honest. But that cheating space is not somewhere to be around. Like, you shouldn't even be around your daughter. Your daughter actually accepted money to keep quiet. She didn't even keep quiet because she wanted to keep the marriage, she wanted to save her mother's face. She kept quiet because she was offered some money. So she betrayed you in that sense, big time. And probably she was even doing more, maybe blackmailing them with more money, getting more money. The whole thing is so big. And now I hate it when somebody cheats on you and starts like gaslighting you, starts all these narcissistic people that will come and start blaming you. That say, oh, it's because you're not showing me attention, oh, because you're far away from me, because you're not giving me you're not giving me attention, you're not taking care of me, you don't buy me things. Why didn't you leave? If you're not comfortable with the relationship, then leave. A situation is not enough for you to cheat on someone. If the person is not satisfying what you want, then get someone else. It's as simple as that. Leave the person and get someone else. Don't still be in that relationship, hurting the person, betraying the person, and still coming to the person's face to say, oh, you are the one I want, you're the one, and all that. So you're definitely not the a-hole. Some things are just, I would say some things are, they may be forgivable, but they are unforgettable. Like, the moment you've done it, you've done it. And yes, he's even saying that yes, she's right. Like, it's true. I'm not giving them attention, I'm not giving them love, I'm not always around. Still not an excuse for someone to cheat on you, be it male or female. So whatever way you choose to react is your choice, because the person was like, the F up was on the person, not on you. So definitely not the a-hole. So let's go to the comments. It says, cheaters and liars has come to me, I cannot forgive it. So I said, somebody said, I second that. F cheaters and all who enable them. Say shit. I wish I had been old enough to help my mom get rid of my father, but I was in diapers when he was screwing anything and anyone he could. It had been 35 years since the divorce was final, and all she has to do is ask, and that is a problem that will cease to exist. Somebody said I like this response. I also like the response. Sorry that I'm reading this way. I'm struggling with my eyes. But anyway, I like the response. So, definitely not the a-hole. Let's take a look at the second one. Am I the a-hole for refusing to reconcile with my biological sister after she falsely accused me of ex assault? This is my first post, so sorry about the storytelling. We are in for storytelling anytime and any day. Okay, so it says this story takes place 7 years ago. At this time, I, 18 male, and my biological sister, 15 female, had always gotten into arguments. They would be small petty things, but then blow up because we just didn't get along. My father at the time was in his third marriage, and his new wife brought in 3 daughters. So I had 4 younger sisters, 1 biological sister, and 3 stepsisters. My father was military, and we got sent to a military station in Japan. One day, during the summer before school, our parents told us 3 teenagers, my biological sister, stepsister, and I, were told that one of us would be sent back to our families in the United States due to constant fighting. It was ultimately decided that my biological sister would be sent back to live with her biological mother while the rest of us stayed. Start of the school year, I was starting 12th grade, my stepsister 10th grade, and my biological sister would be starting her freshman year of high school. Few months into the school year, I was brought into my parents' room saying we need to talk. To my shock, it was that my biological sister had accused me of ex assault and said it was done when we were kids. What? My parents asked me about what she could be talking about, and the only incident was that when I was 11, I said something inappropriate in front of her that I learned on the internet. I got apprehended for it and was taught my lesson. My parents and my 3 younger sisters learned that my biological sister is a pathological liar and was caught multiple times in said lies. My parents said that due to this, I was no longer allowed to babysit my 2 younger siblings still in elementary school, and that I had to always be with my teenage stepsister or an adult with them. When I called them out on believing a pathological liar, they said, we don't believe her, but we have to take this seriously. My response to them was, if you take this seriously, then you are fueling her fire more. This led to my being shunned by the most of my family on my mom's side and dad's side, besides an aunt, uncle, and a few cousins. Fast forward 2 years later, I am about to be shipped out into the military with my aunt and uncle who didn't believe my biological sister, and I got a call from my biological mother saying that my biological sister was in the hospital for attempting suicide. I asked for attempting suicide. How did I not get that with understanding? I asked how this pertains to me, since she also knew how I felt about my biological sister, and she said that with her recovering from the incident, the truth came out and she fabricated the ex assault. Immediately, my mother apologized to me and said that my biological sister's reasoning was that he seemed so happy over there. I thought nothing of it and accepted my mother's apology. Fast forward to today, where I am now, 25 male, have moved on with my life, but still not forgiving her or plan to. I have served almost 6 years in the military, and most of my family has tried to or did apologize for everything that happened with my sister and didn't believe her for a second. My same family keeps on asking if I would ever sit down to talk it out, and I always refuse, saying I love her as a sister, but I will never like her as a person. She has told the family that she's willing to patch things up if I apologize to her about the situation, and I outright laughed and said, hell no. My family keeps on hounding me that she's only my only real sibling, but I have three younger sisters, my stepsisters, who still view me as their older brother with no issues, and I am now uncle to my sister's new son. I don't want or feel that I have any obligation to sit down with her to fix things because of the seriousness of her actions. But my family is saying that I should mend things since that is my blood and blood is my family. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to reconcile with my biological sister after she falsely accused me of assault? Woo! This was really indeed a long one. Now listen, let me say my take. Then you can drop your comment below if you're watching this. This is a very serious accusation. A very serious accusation. There are some families that would have gotten him locked up. There are some families that won't take it. There are some moms that won't take it. To hear that you actually abused, I don't care whether you're my son or you are my husband, you actually abused a daughter I gave birth to, a daughter that I treasure. It's a very serious allegation. Very serious one. The funny thing is that when you hear a story like that, let's say you hear that from your daughter, the first thing to do is to actually believe your daughter. Let me just tell you the truth. If your daughter walks up to you and tell you, oh, this man, this woman is doing such and such thing to me, the first thing to do is to believe your daughter. So I don't blame the parents for actually trying to say, okay, move away, because they are scared that it could be true. They don't know, they were not there. So first of all, I want to clear that up. I don't blame the parents, I blame the sister. There's no form of apology that can take away some things. You literally robbed me of my family, because then families could not trust me. Even those that were saying, please, I trust you, at the back of their mind, they'll also be careful. I'm telling you, even the uncle, the aunts and the cousins that said, oh, I trust him, he will never do that to his sister, they will still be careful with the way you come close to their children, their little children, if they even had any. So it's a very serious allegation, serious accusation that could have even, if they were to take it further, they would have, maybe if he's going for a job, they would have said, okay, no job for you anymore. We saw this and that in your history. Your family, your sister did this. You know, people that can trace things. Or maybe it has been written down somewhere. Before you know it, his job is... So the whole thing is very complex. And for them to even say, she's saying that she's willing to let things go if he apologizes. Like, who does that? Apologizes for what? Which situation? You created the situation. Probably because of the way you hurt other people, the way you've lied against other people. Other people are running away from you because they feel like you've been a liar and you're not one to be trusted. And to be honest, them saying, oh, she's your only blood sister, you are of the same blood, I don't really feel that is any reason to of course, forgive her, go for therapy, but things can't be forgotten. You can move on with it in the sense that you be careful, be free but still be careful, know some boundaries, be careful about what you tell her, what you do to her, so that she will not come again and bring another lie or whatever. So you're definitely not the hero. Your sister needs to apologize and even pray that you accept the apology. She has no right, she has no earning, because you guys are the same blood, to say that, okay, because we are of the same blood, I earn your apology. So that's that for that. Please and please, you can see this is the first time I'm reacting to all these things. When I see the topic, I download, I don't go through them. So this is my first time reaction, first time opinion. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you think. Do you feel different? Should calm down my judgment, or what do you think? Tell me what you think about each situation I post on this platform. So subscribe, follow me, turn your notification bell on, share, comment, and see you all in my next video. Peace.